Commissioners meeting, and we will look for a motion. I'm sorry, we'll look for public comment. Is there any public comment for items not appearing on our agenda at this time? Okay, hearing and seeing none, we'll take public comment when items are under consideration. We'll look for a motion to approve the Thursday, February 11th Board of Commissioners meeting minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes from the February 11th Board of Commissioners meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Under COVID-19 planning and response, we do need to put something on the agenda here. Margaret, this would be, if you would want to fill us in on this.
Yes, as you recall, so it's an update on our full remote work status. That would be the agenda item.
Okay, would we need to take any action on this?
No action that I anticipate.
Okay, I think we can just do it through consensus. We can discuss it now. That's fine. We don't need to take a motion to add it to the agenda. But so
Okay.
if you'd want to go into it, the floor is yours.
Certainly. So 2 weeks ago, the Board of Commissioners extended the county's full remote work status until Friday, March the 12th. And at the time that action was taken, I was asked to provide a mid-status report of how we're doing. And I don't have a lot of information that's different to report, other than I would say that we are beginning to stabilize in terms of the number of COVID-19 positive cases we're seeing among our employees, as well as the number of people out on quarantine. So currently our numbers, just in the general aggregate terms, have dropped to back more to what it looked like in the month of November. So I think that within the next 2 weeks, we'll see if this is going to stick, if we continue to see a downward trend. And then on Friday at the Thursday Board of Commissioners meeting that week, I'm not sure if there's one on Thursday or if it would be on Tuesday at this point, but during that week, the Board of Commissioners would be reconsidering whether or not to continue with the full remote work status here at the county. But basically, this is just a midstream report to let you know that we pretty much stabilized.
Well, that's great news. And as we get the vaccine out more and more, it's going to be beneficial. But certainly need to continue doing all the mask wearing, hand washing, social distancing, etc. But certainly seeing, again, improvement, light at the end of the tunnel. So that's good news. And from the state's perspective, the governor and the Department of Health have not yet released or changed their recommendation to have people fully remote at this time, correct?
I am not aware of any change to that guidance.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good mid-course check-in, and we can always, again, as we go near the date, like you said, look at extending that if need be. So, any questions on that? Again, no action needs to be taken today, but any questions for Margaret?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the update, Margaret. We will then move into our personnel items. We have for our central booking, as noted in the salary board meeting this morning, approvals to the revision of job description for the position of central booking lieutenant, and also consider the personnel requisition for the full-time central booking lieutenant. Is there a motion for those two items?
Motion to approve the revisions of the job description for the position of central booking lieutenant and to approve a personnel requisition for a full-time central booking lieutenant.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. For the correctional facility, we have consideration of the approval of the personnel requisition for full-time CO. We also have to consider the approval of the personnel requisition for part-time CO as well. And thirdly, we have the consideration of the approval of the change in title, our transfer change in title for Rachel Lyons from full-time public safety telecommunicator in the emergency communications 911 office to the correctional facility as a full-time CO. For those three items, would there be a motion?
Motion to approve the three items for the correctional facility.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. For our Facilities Management Office, we have the consideration of the approval of the appointment of Cody Pettinger for full-time facilities technician in the Facilities Management Office. Is there a motion to approve that item?
Motion to approve the appointment of Cody Pettinger, full-time facilities technician.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. For our Financial Management Office, our position director, we have a change in job description. Anything we wanted to add to this or discuss briefly about the change in the job description?
So I can start out. There is an error in our financial management director's job description, and it is a vestige of a previous time when the person in the role wore several different hats. So basically, what we're doing is taking out the oversight of tax assessment. That is always and has been for quite some time a direct report to the county administrator, not to the director of financial management. And we just wanted to clarify that and make sure that we were accurate in the description. So that's the only change to it.
Okay, great. Thank you, Margaret. Any further questions on that item?
No.
Okay. Hearing none, is there a motion?
Motion to approve the revisions to the job description for the position of Director of Financial Management.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Thank you, Margaret. We have, under judicial personnel items, President Judge West has approved the personnel requisition for full-time magisterial district court secretary in Judge McLean's office. And also for the row office items, we have the sheriff who has approved the personnel requisition for full-time deputy sheriff, sergeant, and also the full-time requisition for a security officer. Moving into our non-personnel items for today's commissioner's agenda, we're joined by Mark Kellerman, our Chief Tax Assessment Office, and we are looking at an agreement with the Commonwealth. So good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Before you is a memorandum of understanding between the counties in the Commonwealth and the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. All Pennsylvania counties are required to furnish a monthly list of all conveyances of real estate during the preceding month to the State Tax Equalization Board. Their primary function is to develop the common level ratio, which is the relationship between assessed value and current market value, and also to determine the aggregate market value of all taxable properties in each political subdivision and school district. And that formula is used to determine the distribution of state subsidies to each school district. Currently, Center County is paid 20 cents for each sale submitted, which amounts to less than $900 per year. This agreement asks the counties to forego that payment for 10 years in exchange for a new statewide database, which allows counties to extract reports, ratio studies, comparable sales of properties statewide. So I could ask other counties for comparable sales of unique properties to assist in appeals, and assist the legislature in studies related to taxation and assessment. Currently, extracting that information is time-consuming for counties to produce. I've seen several demonstrations of the database, and there have been a lot of ongoing back and forth between county assessors, the DCED, the State Tax Equalization Board, and the database providers. I believe all the questions have been resolved, and I ask that you consider participating in the agreement.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mark, for that overview and the perspective on it. Any questions for Mark on this agreement?
Not really. It seems he explained it quite well.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, excellent. All right, Mark. Then we look for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the agreement between the counties of the Commonwealth and DCED.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, thanks again, Mark. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Any executive sessions for us to report, Margaret?
No executive sessions to report.
Okay. At this time, we'll accept any questions from members of the press. Are there any questions for us? Okay. Hearing no questions, we'd look for a motion to adjourn the commissioners' meeting at 10:30.
Motion to adjourn at 10:30.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Have a great day, everyone.